You know that feeling? You finally commit to a health kick. You're motivated. You're turning down snacks.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go to a family dinner, and suddenly the people who love you most are the ones pushing a slice of cake at you.
And they will not take no for an answer. It's the classic plot twist. You think the fight is you versus the treadmill, but it's really you versus your social circle.
And that is exactly what we're digging into today. We're looking at research from, well, everywhere, social systems theory, neurobiology, to figure out why so many dieters, something like 68%, experience this dietary sabotage.
Right.
And the real question isn't just, how do I say no? It's, why is my salad making everyone so uncomfortable?
Well, because the sources suggest it's not usually malicious. It's actually this thing called relational homeostasis.
Relational homeostasis. Okay, that sounds like a biology term.
It basically is. I mean, think of your friend group or your family like an ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
It has a default setting, a norm.
A base.
A baseline, exactly. And when you start getting healthier, you are disrupting that system. So the group subconsciously tries to pull you back in, just to keep things stable.
So sabotage is really just the group trying to stop the boat from rocking. And, you know, this gets even more complicated because of what the research calls the hospitality trap.
Yes. Food isn't just fuel in these dynamics. It's a currency.
A currency for what?
For love, for affection, for connection. So when you reject the lasagna, the host doesn't just see you counting calories. They see you rejecting them, their care, their values.
Which makes just saying no feel incredibly high stakes. But there's that research from the University of Surrey that breaks this down even more.
They do, yeah. They have this tripartite model of negative support. 3 very distinct ways people can mess with your diet.
Okay, so what's the first one?
The first is active sabotage. This is the blatant stuff, undermining you on purpose. Like bringing home the one junk food you specifically asked them to keep away.
Right. And the second one, feeding. That feels a little more about the other person's ego, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Think of the grandmother who needs you to have a full plate to feel like she's a good matriarch. Or sometimes they're living vicariously through your indulgence.
Okay, but it's the third one that's really sneaky. Collusion.
It is the most insidious because it feels like kindness.
The kindness trap, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely been guilty of this one before.
We all have. It's when a friend agrees with your excuses. You say, oh, I had a terrible day. I deserve this. And a colluder says, yes, you absolutely do.
Instead of reminding you of your goals, they help you fail just to keep the peace.
Exactly. It's just easier for everyone in the moment.
Okay, so let's get into the psychology, because the moral mirror idea, that was really striking.
This is all about social comparison theory. Basically, when you show a lot of self-control, you become what's called an upward comparison threat.
You're a mirror.
You're a mirror reflecting their own lack of discipline, and that can create a lot of insecurity. It creates cognitive dissonance.
That uncomfortable feeling when your actions don't line up with your values.
Right. And to get rid of that feeling, they have 2 choices. Get disciplined themselves, or give you to stop being so disciplined.
And getting you to eat the burger is so much easier.
So much easier. The threat is gone, the mirror is broken, and they don't have to feel bad anymore. Yeah. There's even a term for it. Do-gooder derogation.
Wow.
We instinctively dislike the person who is making us feel judged, even if they haven't said a single word.
And the wildest part is that this isn't just psychology. It's like hardwired into our brains. The neurobiology here is kind of scary.
It explains so much. You've got these parts of the brain, the nucleus accumbens and the ventromedial prefrontal cortex.
Catchy names.
Right. But their job is to process reward and social connection. And they actually give you a little chemical hit, a reward for social consensus, for doing what the group does.
So being different, being the odd one out, that actually feels painful on a biological level.
It can register like a threat. It is the biological root of crab mentality.
Or tall poppy syndrome, where the crabs in the bucket pull the escaping one back down.
All for the sake of collective comfort. And there's a statistic here that is just, wow.
The BMI one.
Yeah. 72% of the saboteurs in one study had a BMI of 30 or higher.
So the people most likely to sabotage are often the ones struggling the most themselves.
It really suggests it's an ego protection mechanism.
Okay, so we're up against brain chemistry, ego, social norms. What's the actual strategy here? The sources mention the broken record technique.
Simple but effective. You just repeat a polite refusal, but, and this is the key part, you do it without offering an excuse.
Because the excuse gives them an opening. If I say, oh, I can't, I'm too full, they can just say, oh, there's always room.
Precisely. They can argue with too full. They can't argue with a simple, calm, no thank you. You just say it again, same tone, no thank you. It sets a boundary, and it gives them nothing to grab onto.
Shutting it down, but with kindness. So, for everyone listening, when that food pushing happens, it's almost never about malice. It's a complicated mix of love, insecurity, and a deep biological drive for everyone to just be the same.
But that does leave us with a pretty provocative thought to sit with.
And what's that?
If your own personal growth is threatening the stability of your social circle, you have to ask yourself, is it the diet that needs to change? Or is it the circle